Hey guys, DynastyWarriors6 here again with another Xbox rant slash talking video. So I was asked by some fellow YouTubers, specifically just one that said, hey, you should do another rant about the 180 Xbox did. So I've been doing reading, watched a couple YouTube videos about this from Angry Joe and Alpha Omega Sin, basically about the 180. And I've read into it, and it seems like Microsoft has turned over a somewhat new leaf and said, okay, we got rid of DRM, we got rid of the online checks, we got rid of all that bull crap. You can play offline, and also it's not region locked anymore, and also use game sales. GameStop was ecstatic about this, and it's for obvious reasons. They are a used game store. That's where their revenue comes from. Their corporation bases their revenue off of used game sales. And the fact of the matter is, and this is an interesting little tidbit, and I'm speculating this was what happened. When Xbox One announced that the whole region the locking technology and the non-used game sales and the sharing library and all that BS crap that no one really wanted, except like a select few, because I didn't want it. I know my brother wanted it, but he's an idiot sometimes. You know, when it comes down to video gaming like that, because he can just afford to spend money like that. But the thing is, with the used game sales, GameStop suddenly, and I don't know if anyone saw this, stopped doing pre-orders on Xbox One suddenly. And I saw a couple store employees actually verifying that they weren't taking pre-orders anymore of Xbox One at the store locations. Supposedly you could still do it online, but for a while you couldn't do it at the store locations. The SKU was just gone. From what I can understand, from what I've kind of read, Xbox One, probably what happened was GameStop's executives met with Microsoft's executives, and they were basically saying, look, we don't want this, and neither do the consumers. Xbox One was probably saying, hey, look, we're going to do whatever the hell we want. We're the guy in control. GameStop said, you know what? We're not going to sell your system then in our store. We're not going to take pre-orders anymore. And Microsoft said, do it. If you think you got the cojones to do it, do it. GameStop did it. And then, it's kind of interesting to note that now after the consumer says we're not going to take this crap and GameStop says we're not going to take this crap, suddenly Microsoft has a change of heart and listens to its fans. Very convenient that you listen to your fans, considering everything else you've done with your fans, considering everything else about the whole, if your phone is faster than Microsoft's phone, then you get a free PC. Yeah, that was a total farce, if you remember that. Total BS. Microsoft is about money, and if you're still supporting this company, like if you're now jumping ship and bandwagon jumping or, all that crap, which I'm kind of seeing a little bit, these bandwagoners who are now jumping, these fanboys, who I have been called a fanboy a little bit for the Sony thing, and I'll start going to that in a second, but these bandwagon jumpers who, this is a patch, is coming out to correct these issues, the used game, the region locking, da-da-da-da-da. Well, the thing is, you're supporting a company if you're going to sit there and buy this system, which I still am coming out and saying I'm not buying this system. I will not buy Microsoft. I won't allow myself to buy something that was trying to control me and trying to dictate to me how to play my video games and try to control my money and try to control how I do things. I will never buy a system in that way that tells me that I have to log on, that I have to conform to their rules of play. No. Because I can go sometimes days and months without playing it, or not months, days. I gotta be real here. Days without playing a video game system sometimes. And I'll forget to play Xbox 360 or PS3. So what if I forget, to play an Xbox One? So I will not play a system that also knowingly did terrible customer service, inability to answer questions, inability to get to the bottom line, inability to explain itself. And I don't care if you have these PR stumbles, these little stumbles that you're calling it. No, dude, you messed up, you won't admit it, and now you kind of admit it, but now you're just like, oh, we listen to the fans, and we care what you say, because we're not getting your money. That's basically what it said, because all the pre-orders, I saw so many guys pre-ordering PS4s, and everybody was just basically saying, you know what, screw Xbox One, we're not going to do it. And Xbox probably thought, Microsoft came back and went, oh crap, we are going to fucking bomb at launch. We are going to sell nothing. GameStop won't buy our systems. They won't sell them at the store locations. We won't get any sales so we have to rely off like Kroger or Fred Meyer, Walmart, and Target. okay, the sales there aren't going to be as good as maybe GameStop and other game store location like EB Games and GameStop. So now we're going to have to rely off that. And then it was just going to be this big bomb. It was going to fall hard like a lead balloon. So Microsoft didn't do this out of the kindness of their hearts. They didn't do that. They did it out of money. Out of, we better just cater to these fools because there's no point in resisting it. But the fact of the matter is, it's a patch. What's going to stop them from repatching it? Okay? What's going to stop them from doing that? Now, there's also a bunch of articles out, and I saw this one that I specifically have seen and read, that clearly state that the Xbox One is not, now it's not totally inferior, but it is inferior in a sense that it is below the PS4 in ability. And I got the article below. Check it out. It's the PS4 versus the Xbox One. And if you look at the specs of the Xbox One, and you look at the specs of the PS4, and you just go from line to line, basically, it's almost like perfect. You can basically match them up. The PS4 is slightly stronger, slightly more powerful, slightly better, and you're still spending $500 supposedly on the Xbox One. That's what they're saying. Still, that's what I'm going to go off of. They're still only spending $400 on the PS4. So you're going to tell me you're going to buy the Xbox One and you're going to get a slightly inferior system compared to the competitor. You're going to spend an extra $100 and you're going to get the spy box, and that's what it is because the government's done it before where they went to Verizon and had all that data collected. And if you don't remember that, look it up. But it did happen. They've done that before. The government has gone to cell phone companies and other companies and had them collect data. And if you don't think they can't go to Microsoft and get that, you're wrong. Because Big Brother's always watching out now. There's cameras everywhere, okay? First off, if you go, I work for the city, there's cameras everywhere. I see them every day. Okay, so there's cameras everywhere looking at you. So Big Brother's watching. If the Xbox One's got the spy box in your house and the government can collect data off of that at any time, because you always sign those as terms and agreements and you don't know what you're really signing sometimes unless you read every little line. And you're getting Killer Instinct with one character. You're getting a launch game that's basically not complete, and then you have to buy the rest. So you're basically just getting a playable demo of it in a nutshell. You're getting all that for $500 plus an inferior system, or you get the PS4, which doesn't have spy box. It doesn't come with a game, it seems, but it is $100 cheaper, and it's superior. And you spend $60, $460, you got the system in the game. Gotta say, if you're thinking about it in a mathematical sense, I think the PS4 is better. Everyone's sitting here saying, and the fanboy thing. I'm not a fanboy. I've been gaming for 21 years. I've been gaming since I was 5 years old. I'm 26 years old. I've been gaming that long. I've played PlayStation, Super Nintendo, everything. Okay, I've done everything. I've played a lot of games, RPGs, FPSs, hack and slashes, RTSs, just everything. Everything you can possibly imagine, I've played it, and I'm not a fanboy. I love gaming, and if you call me a fanboy, then you're a fanboy because then you're supporting a system. I'm just coming out and expressing my opinion as to what I think. I will not get an Xbox One. I refuse to support or buy a system that tried to control me. So I'm not going to sit there and, buy a system for that. I'm not going to support a company like that. I will support Sony and I will support Nintendo. Nintendo has never gone wrong with me. I want to get a Wii U eventually when I can afford it. I want to get a PS4 eventually when I can afford it, when I can, pre-order it. But the thing is, Xbox One still has issues. And I said that, and everyone's like, what issues does it have? I just gave you some. And I just showed you a list. I put some articles down here for you to read. If you still don't see those issues, if you still don't see that, and you see the $500 price tag, and you see the fact that it's a patch, that they could just redo it, fucking A, if the Xbox One, I'm saying if, just in case, if the Xbox One fucks you over and you start bitching, shut the fuck up. You bought it. You don't have nothing to say because you fucking did it to yourself. Okay, I don't want to hear, oh man, now the Xbox One reversed it. Now it's requiring occasional online checks once a month. Now it's requiring weekly checks, which they could do. It's easy to do. You do it in increments. oh, every 6 months I have to have a check done on my online thing. And I just have to sign in for an hour. Oh, now it's every 3 months. Now it's every 2 months. That's how they do it. Then it's not a big, and then it's just not a big deal anymore. It suddenly becomes less of an issue, and that's how they do it. Then you're getting checked almost daily. You're getting checked weekly. Then it's almost every other day. Then it's like every day. So, that's how they do it. That's how a lot of things happen in the world. You do change slowly like that, and that's how it works. So, if you don't see that as an issue, fine. Go get the Xbox One. Spend $500 in the spy box, which everyone says, "Oh, you're getting the spy box. You're getting the spy box when you're buying the Xbox. That's why it costs an extra $100." What the fuck ever, dude. I don't give a shit. So go get it if you're gonna get the Xbox One. But if you're smart, I think you're gonna stick with the PS4 or the Nintendo Wii U. I support both those systems. I'm just saying the Xbox One versus PS4 because they're getting released at the same time. But get the Wii U as well. That looks like a great system. I've seen it in action. My buddies got it. My buddies have it, and it's great. It's a great system. Get that one instead, or get the PS4. I don't recommend the Xbox One. I'm not getting it. So thanks for tuning in, guys, and I hope to see you guys later.